More combat mission Black Sea for the Tsarists. This is Imperial Russia, circa 19, I want to say, 05. This is the Sino-Japanese War, of course, and by that I mean the Russo-Japanese War. The Battle of Toshima Straits has just happened. It's not going well. The fucking Japanese Apaches are launching missiles at your shit. You're taking casualties. It's a mess. It's honestly a mess. Like, Port Arthur surrendered. What are you even going to do? You can't do anything. But the Japanese forces make contact all around here. You guys are already in contact here, but you're kind of filling in the picture on some new units here that you haven't seen for like until the last few minutes. These guys still visible here. Your scout team down here finally gets noticed and somebody starts taking shots at it. Not a ton of stuff is moving. A lot of people are like, continue orders, and I think I am, but it's possible I'm forgetting which orders to continue. So hopefully everything's moving where it is, but let's go in and take a look at some of the actual combat. So up here we have some action in a few places. Fix the camera. So yeah, contacts are all up in here. I think you have a fire mission coming down here. That round landed short. It's a spotting round, pretty sure. But these guys, this 3-man team. Holy shit, what the fuck? Ukrainians, oh my god, they're everywhere. So you get one, but just a fucking fusillade of rifle fire. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, so these guys die like fucking chumps. They did get one, but he's got steamrolled. So that's a new contact. They're coming up on the flank here. These guys have hunt orders forwards. They're now behind the rest of 3rd Squad and going towards the HQ and 1st Squad. As well as some contacts down here. And you had a dismounted crew member up here. Had, keyword. Yeah, this guy. But he just immediately gets gunned down by some guys you don't even see. So you take 4 losses for at least 1 casualty there, and you're also under some rocket fire this whole time. It doesn't actually do anything. Like, it pins these guys, but as far as I can tell, you can see I have the damage screen open. It doesn't do any actual damage to any of your vehicles. And at the very end of the turn, you take some cannon fire from the helicopter. There might be rockets, I think. Anyways, take a very, very near miss to the tank, like very near. But as far as I can tell, it's fine, so that's good. So down here, you're pinning down some Ukrainian forces. These VTRs are going to town. But your troops, they don't do great. You take a bunch of casualties. These guys start running away. There, you see them here. So a pretty intense firefight happening here. You have them surrounded on 2 sides. But actually getting in and finishing the job is proving to be a little bit tricky. It might be because your troops are exhausted, I'm not sure. They're exhausted and nervous, so they're not doing great, but you got a stubborn little pocket of resistance here, despite having cleared out pretty much the entire rest of the woods of enemy contacts. Of course, there's also all the contacts happening down here. So this ATGM team, sorry, brain somewhere else. This scout team, orders not to fire. They have 2 disposable RPGs. They're the ones who did get a whole bunch of sound contacts coming through here, but they're not doing a mod of that anymore, except for these guys. And what do you have? You have some APC contacts. And they immediately go shaken after getting shot at once, which is unfortunate. But, oh, what's that? That's different. It's a Ukrainian BTR, but it's one of the upgunned ones with the 30mm cannon and missiles on the side. So that's that. You take a casualty. He pulls out the RPG-26, and it looks like, I guess, since he's gone grayed out, they don't have the target arc limitations anymore, so he would have fired. But he loses the contact and just crawls back into the forest. In other news, I just want to point out how it's the duel of the goddamn ATGMs, because this guy right here who fired on the thing, oh, they're right next to it, crater. But they kicked up a cloud of dust, and the only thing looking over this field is fucking ATGMs, apparently, at this point. Because you got this ATGM here, and these guys can see it, but there's not exactly a lot they can do about it unless they're gonna shoot. So other than that, I don't think a ton happening this minute. There's evidently a fire mission down here that I completely forgot about because it happened over a month ago in real time. These guys grabbed more ammo, and I think they're trying to go back now? Question mark? Not actually sure. Some of these guys up here stops. They run into these guys. But yeah, that will do it for the first minute. Alright, it's the second half of the Russian turn in the Russo-Japanese War of 1905. Good talk about battleship design, you know, moving forward. HMS Dreadnought in 1906. But after this period, don't want to get anachronistic, but you know, there's a lot going on in the world of warship development in this time period. Very interesting stuff. The Trans-Siberian Railway, another engineering marvel that really just is underappreciated, I think, in modern times. Yeah, so you kill some dudes this turn. Definitely up here. I'm watching this for the first time from your perspective, so it's a bit different. Just helicopter noises all the time for the last forever. You make some more contact down here. You get the better of them this time. And that's the minute. So down in this part of the map, not a lot going on for most of the turn. You have all these contacts. But towards the end, you see some guys coming in here and right here. So these are probably, remember you lost a team down here last turn. But this time you see them first. And you definitely get at least a few. So this is actually Frey himself and his XO. Definitely get at least one Ukrainian, but they're fighting for their lives back here. It would be bad if you lost this C2 link, so that's another thing. But you're in the thick of it now. Lots of Ukrainian contacts all around. Did I say Ukrainian? I meant Japanese. So in better news, these guys up here finally get the memo that they're supposed to be lean, mean, killing machines. And look at this. Oh my god, it's just a fucking execution. Like, they just finally start using these AK-74s to good effect and absolutely mow these guys down. So these guys caused you a bit of problems last turn, but you got a bit of payback this turn because they pretty much stopped shooting back, which is always good. So it goes on for much of the rest of the turn. But yeah, you can see they're pretty much dead now, so that's good for you. Also, you see a thing. You see this. Like, you have these contacts here, but I guess you see this for the first time. Who sees that? These guys. There's a Ukrainian BTR right on top of these guys who... not a lot happening, but you can see that everything's pretty closely packed in here. You got your Russian BTRs, you got your Ukrainian BTRs, just everything's jam-packed. So I think that about does it for actual action on the map this turn. So let's just do a quick rundown of everything else. Right, there's going to be a cut because I was remembering how to actually find out parent HQs. So First Company is here. This is all First Company stuff. As far as I know, they're all continuing orders from last turn, but it's 3rd Platoon that's really in the thick of it here. Everything else is kind of mixed up, especially around this area. So 2nd Company, rotate that back around, is all up in this field. Lots of engagements happening, very, very bloody. This is kind of where both sides are smushing together. At the end of the turn, these guys are getting totally suppressed with cannon fire. But he managed to crawl away from the worst of it. And 3rd Company is just kind of everywhere. Kind of been doled out as required. So, yeah. In, I think this is 39 turn. In like 6 minutes, so like 3 more turns, there's going to be a giant-ass column of reinforcements in here. They're going to come in the same convoy because that's how I put them when I made the map. So we'll figure that out when it comes to it, but they're coming soon, so that's something to think about. You're going to have like 9 more tanks, like 2 more companies of infantry. It's a lot. And they all have cannons. So that's another thing. There might be stuff I'm forgetting about, but I'm going to post both saves. You can always bug me for more stuff. I think that should do it for this time, and hopefully we can get this running soon again.